sense we are getting then, Kelvin, about this man, Viandre Pretorius, a couple of days ago, he survives an attempt on his life, 16 shots fired, and he comes out of it alive, only for him to die in this manner a couple of days later. The common thread, though, I suppose, is what Atlanta is talking about there, the death of Emmanuel Mbenze and the testimony of witness D before the commission.
Yeah, Tulasizo, that is what Atlanta said, but she said that they are still investigating. But you would understand that Emmanuel Mbenze died in 2022, and after his death, witness D comes into the Madlanga Commission and say, no, I know who's responsible, and he's naming this particular deceased individual, which is Pretorius. He survived 16 bullets, as you have mentioned, 16 bullets. Police are still investigating. They told us that they can't give us an update of that particular investigation on that particular hit on Pretorius. He survived 16 bullet pumped on his motor vehicle. A few days later, he goes to a filling station. He argues with the fiancé, and he shoots himself. Out of those people whom police are looking for, or they have interest, the IPD and the police, they told us that 12 people, they have a particular interest on the matter. 3 of them died. They were assassinated. The 4th one would be the one that we are talking about, Viandre Pretorius, who is committing suicide. Police are saying that there is a common, a particular lead on these cases, because you can't survive a hit. 16 bullets, you survive a hit, a few days later, you commit suicide. Remember, also witness D died, and the other 2 also died, which means out of 12 people that police have interest on, 4 now, they are dead. 3 were assassinated, and this one decided to commit suicide.
Sure, yeah. So that really adds to the whole concern about the safety of people that are involved in there, and also the pace of the investigation by IPID, for example, because, as you say, this is an incident that happened in 2022. Just as a reminder, this is the case where witness D said the body of the man was then dumped into a dam out in the East Rand.
Yes, Tulasizo, that is the case. That is the case where witness D spoke about a body that was disposed. Yeah. And now the very same people who are allegedly being implicated or mentioned are dying. It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence. 3 people dying and 1 committing suicide. We will try to engage with the wife, with the fiancé, because we are told that the fiancé was there, and you could see on that particular video. We'll try by all means to get a sense of what really transpired. But also, we'll also engage the independent police investigative directorate, the IPID, so that maybe Shuping can be able to explain to us about the progress of their investigations, because Atlanta Mate did mention that apparently, the IPID have completed their investigations. And one would ask, after the completion of the investigations by the independent directorate, and then a person of interest is committing suicide, what exactly is happening? That would be revealed by the IPID.
News reporter Calvin Dludla has brought the latest developments surrounding the tragic death of 41-year-old Viandre Pretorius, who died by suicide in a deeply distressing incident that unfolded at a filling station in Brakpan, east of Gauteng. The incident, which occurred in full view of members of the public and in front of Pretorius's partner, has sent shockwaves through the local community and sparked renewed conversations about mental health, trauma, and access to support services in South Africa. According to preliminary information provided by police, Pretorius and his partner had stopped at the filling station during the day when the incident took place. Emergency services were alerted shortly after, but despite their efforts, Pretorius was declared dead at the scene. Authorities have confirmed that no foul play is suspected, and the matter is being investigated as an inquest. Gauteng police spokespersons say investigators are working to piece together the moments leading up to the incident, while also ensuring that witnesses, including employees at the filling station and members of the public who were present, are offered trauma counseling where necessary. The circumstances surrounding the death are traumatic, not only for the family, but for everyone who witnessed the incident, a police official said. We urge the public to allow the investigation to run its course and to treat the family with dignity and respect. Pretorius's partner, who witnessed the incident, is reportedly receiving professional psychological support. Family members have also been offered counseling services as they grapple with the sudden and devastating loss of a loved one. Residents in Brakpan have described the incident as deeply unsettling. Several people who were at the filling station at the time say they are struggling to process what they witnessed. "It's something you never expect to see in your everyday life," said one witness. "Many of us are still shaken. It makes you realize how serious mental health struggles can be, even when you don't see them coming." Community leaders have echoed these sentiments, calling for greater awareness and compassion when it comes to mental health challenges. They say incidents like this highlight the silent battles many people face behind closed doors. Mental health experts say suicide remains a significant public health concern in South Africa, with thousands of people dying each year as a result of untreated depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and other mental health conditions. Clinical psychologist Dr. Thandi Mokoena explains that many individuals who struggle with suicidal thoughts do not always show obvious warning signs. "People often assume there will be clear signals, but that is not always the case," she said. "Some individuals appear functional, loving, and engaged, yet they are experiencing intense inner turmoil. That's why open conversations and accessible mental health care are so important." Dr. Mokoena adds that partners and families often carry deep feelings of guilt after such incidents, even though suicide is a complex issue influenced by multiple factors. "It's important for loved ones to understand that they are not to blame," she said. "Support, therapy, and time are essential in the healing process." The death of Weandre Pretorius has also reignited public discussion about the availability and affordability of mental health services in the country. While South Africa has made progress in recognizing mental health as a critical component of overall well-being, many people still face barriers to accessing help, including long waiting periods, financial constraints, and stigma. Advocacy groups say men in particular are less likely to seek mental health support due to societal expectations around masculinity and emotional strength. "Men are often taught to be silent about their pain," said a representative from a mental health NGO. "Unfortunately, that silence can be deadly. We need to create spaces where men feel safe to speak and to ask for help without judgment." Social media platforms have been flooded with messages of condolence and concern following reports of Pretorius's death. Many users have used the moment to encourage others to check in on loved ones and to seek help if they are struggling. However, authorities and mental health professionals have cautioned against sharing unverified information or graphic details online, warning that such content can be harmful and re-traumatizing. As investigations continue, police have urged the public to respect the privacy of the Pretorius family during this difficult time. They have also reminded communities that support is available for anyone affected by the incident. If you witnessed the event and are experiencing distress, please reach out for professional help, police said in a statement. There is no shame in needing support. The tragic death serves as a painful reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and early intervention. Experts say recognizing warning signs, maintaining open communication, and knowing where to seek help can save lives. In South Africa, individuals who are struggling or feeling overwhelmed are encouraged to contact the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, SADAG, which offers 24-hour helplines and counseling support. Friends and family members are also urged to educate themselves on how to support loved ones who may be at risk. As Brakpan mourns the loss of one of its residents, community members are coming together in shared grief and reflection. Candlelight vigils and informal gatherings have been reported, with residents calling for unity, compassion, and renewed commitment to mental health care. Calvin Dlula reports that while the investigation into the incident will provide clarity on the circumstances surrounding Pretorius's death, the broader conversation it has sparked may have a lasting impact, one that encourages more South Africans to speak openly about mental health and to seek help before it is too late. For more trusted news and updates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.